millions of students went back to school today for the opening of academic year 2026 to 2027. To find out how the Education Department manages schools and other resources, we have with us DepEd Undersecretary Malcolm Garma. Welcome to the big story, Dr. Garma.
Yeah, magandang gabi Ses at magandang gabi sa mga taga-subaybay ng inyong programa.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but it will be surely a memorable school opening today with what happened to our countrymen in Mindanao. But just the same, how will we be adjusting the students, that is, and teachers as well to the three-term school year?
Yes, so Ses, summer pa lang, no, nag-umpisa na tayong mag-orient at magbigay ng mga orientation trainings for the three terms so that our teachers and our school officials will be able to be ready and prepared for the implementation of our three term. Ulitin ko lang, Ms. Ses, no, na itong three term natin is not trimester. So yan yung naging unang notion na ito ay yung trimester na ginagawa ng ating mga kolehiyo. But for the DepEd, for the basic education, still the one school year, but just be divided into three terms. So para mas focus po yung instruction natin at makita talaga natin na sa loob ng isang taon ay nakukuha at natututunan ng bata yung dapat nilang matutunan.
So, kumbaga parang wala na yung fourth quarter, kumbaga.
Yes. So, kumbaga, instead of the 4 grading periods, so lalabas parang 3 grading periods ito, Mrs. So, but more days to be spent on what we call as the instructional term, no, or instructional block natin.
All right. Well, we also monitored students going to school flooded in Bulacan. Ano po ba ang ginagawa niyong paraan sa mga paaralan po sa Bulacan and other provinces that may be in a similar situation?
Doon sa mga lugar natin like Bulacan and probably Pampanga, Ses, no, perennial yung flooding natin dito. Minsan kahit walang ulan o bagyo, pag tumaas ang nagkaroon ng high tide, nagkakaroon talaga ng tubig. So in these cases, we allow our local government units in coordination with our schools, no, to kailangan suspend muna, no, ng face-to-face classes and do what we call as remote learning or home-based learning. So, although in Bulacan areas and in Pampanga areas natin, Ses, medyo adjusted or adapted na yung mga tao natin. So, sometimes they use the bangka to reach, no, yung mga schools that are underwater.
But for the long term, hindi po ito, it's not a
Yes.
healthy situation.
Yeah. So one of the things that we are thinking of is really to magkaroon tayo ng engineering intervention, no? So isa sa mga tinitingnan po natin yung pagtatayo ng mga tinatawag nating stilted schools, no? Na kung saan ito ay nakataas at open yung ilalim nito. Nang sa ganon, hindi palaging basa yung classrooms nila at kasama na rin yung mga gamit na narito sa loob. And of course, meron talagang mga areas na talagang uh, siguro most of the year ay nakalubog sa tubig. So we are also thinking of looking for other locations for these schools, no, na mai-transfer.
Because the situation in Pampanga is almost the same as Bulacan, no? Yung mga
Yes.
magkakatabing bayan. Now
Yeah,
going,
yung District
go
4
ahead.
in District 4 ng Pampanga, ito yung perennial na underwater, no. Especially not even during not only during rainy seasons but
Pag
sometimes
high
kahit
tide lang.
nag-high tide talaga mataas yung tubig.
Opo. Ngayon naman, mapunta tayo sa lugar kung saan nagkaroon ng lindol. Ano po ba ang policy ng DepEd on emergency response? Because some social media clips showed students had no head protection. Sa bagay, pagka drill po, ang ano is just to put your hands
Yeah.
over your head. Ano po? Ganun lang po ba?
In the case of the itong this morning's Mindanao earthquake,
Opo.
Yung mga bata, Mrs., wala pa talaga sila sa loob ng classroom. So kung makita po niyo doon sa video, marami po doon sa video clips natin ay nasa open field na sila
Mhm.
because they were having their flag ceremonies. So
Mhm.
wala pa sila sa loob. So kung nasa loob sila, then that is when we employ or deploy our response system. So may mga gamit po sila. Many of the schools would have those equipment, no? Yung hard hat at yung mga go bag kits nila. At ito ay sinasanay naman yung mga bata natin na Mrs., no, na pagka nagkaroon ng shaking, initial shaking pa lang, they would already be doing the protocols of evacuating the building and looking for open spaces and yung hold duck and cover natin. So if you observe, Mrs., and I think Secretary would like to take this opportunity also to thank our teachers. Kung nakita
Mhm.
natin sa mga video,
Mhm.
very instinctive yung mga teachers natin
Mhm.
na hindi nila iniwan yung mga bata.
Mhm.
In fact, marami sa kanila nakita natin that they were hugging and really making sure that
Mhm.
yung mga learners natin are not panicking
Mhm.
and well, as much as possible ay maging komportable, no, at maging kalmado during the shaking of the ground.
Mhm. Yes, they looked very calm, in control. At least that's what we saw in some videos. So your assessment po ninyo ay okay based on what you've seen sa na-share sa social media, the
Yeah, I
way
think
the emergency was handled.
Yeah, I think the video would manifest na nagpi-pay off yung mga drills natin.
Mhm. Mhm.
Alam ng mga teachers kung anong gagawin.
Mhm.
Number one is really yung wag magpanik, no? At
Mhm.
nakita natin yan na palagi naririnig
Mhm.
natin at the background na sinasabi ng mga teachers natin na
Mhm.
kalma lang, wag
Yeah.
magpanik.
Yes.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Sama-sama lang. Yan po yung mga naririnig natin. And I
Mhm.
think this has been a consciousness already, Mrs.
Mhm.
And I think part of the resiliency ng ating mga kababayan.
Yes. But secondly, totoo ba talagang may mga hard hats provided for um, for students? Talaga ba?
Uh, Standard po sana na ang
Talaga?
mga yes, Mrs., no, standard po 'yan sa DRM protocol natin na merong mga hard hat. So
In each
we
classroom?
supposedly in each classroom we have ample number of hard hats. So ang iba rito ay binibigay ng ating mga local government units at
Mm.
yung iba naman ay binibigay at binibili ng ating mga paaralan.
Mhm. In a way, we were also fortunate that hindi pa nag-o-open ang classes, no?
Yeah.
They were all out in the open field. Maswerte pa rin if you
Yeah, that's what
look
we
at it.
would like to thank for, Mrs., na wala pa sa loob yung mga bata.
Mm, mm,
And Mrs. would like to take this opportunity. Nakita natin doon sa video kanina na
mm,
mayroong isang building, no, nag-collapse, school
mm,
building sa Matanao
mm,
National High School.
mm,
Yung pong building na yon talagang wala ng occupant because it
mm,
was already been declared as condemned building. So
mm,
talagang hindi na po ginagamit. And true enough,
mm,
tama po yung assessment because initial
mm,
shaking pa lang ay bumagsak na yung building na yun.
mm. Buti na lang walang taong malapit, yun lang. Kasi pag condemn na building, hindi ba ho ba kailangan to put it down na?
Yes.
And,
So I think it
oh,
was already
well,
scheduled
the
for demolition.
earthquake did it for us.
Yeah, naunahan lang tayo ng earthquake,
Okay.
Mrs.
Yung structural assessment po ng mga paaralan, that will be done in the
Well, in
areas
fact,
hit by the quake.
yes, ma'am. In fact, in the 6 regions that were affected, may initial report na po tayo na around 536 classrooms are damaged, no? Either minor po yan, major, or totally damaged.
Mm,
But unfortunately, in the areas of Sarangani and Jensan, hindi pa
mm,
tayo talaga makakuha ng actual information or detail
mm,
kasi may mga aftershocks pa eh. So
mm.
hindi pa nila mapasok talaga yung mga schools
Okay.
to conduct the initial assessment.
Mm. And lastly, until when can students enroll po, USEC?
Meron pa ho tayong meron pa ho tayong extension for the enrollment. This is what we call as the late enrollment o yung
Mm,
mga late registrants natin. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin ho ang pagtanggap ng mga schools natin ng mga enrollees. But of course, we'd like to appeal to our parents, no, sa kay mga estudyante natin na sana mag-enroll na
mhm.
ah, habang maaga pa.
Alright, marami pong salamat sa inyong panahon, DepEd Undersecretary Malcolm Garma.